Hello, my beautiful Livy loves. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new reading. Today we're doing a mystery love reading, and I called this a mystery reading because I just feel very guided by Spirit to do a free-flowing reading for you. We're just going to see what Spirit wants you to know about your connection. So whether it's your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, I'm just going to go by what Spirit wants to channel through me for you at this time. So if you felt guided to see this video, that means that there are messages here that Spirit really wants you to know. These are specifically for you, to give you some clarity, to give you more confidence as you move forward on your journey. And as always, please do be gentle with yourself. Take the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. So I'm going to be using a bunch of different decks here, and we're going to dive right in. I'm going to go with the flow. So Spirit, for our beautiful community here, our beautiful Live Tarot community of these incredible souls all around the world who are on this journey to love, please tell us, what is the overall energy right now between you and your person? Let's get some energy. What is going on in this connection? Oh, beautiful. What is the overall energy right now, Spirit, between, look at this, wow, between you and your love? What is the overall energy right now in this connection? All right, very interesting. So what this tells me is that for some of you, there has definitely been some sort of struggle, some sort of a separation that may have happened quite recently. And the thing, though, that is coming through in your overall energy right now is that this separation or the struggle is really not something that you or your love really want. Because look at this, we're getting two aces here plus this Four of Wands. This is beautiful energy. Look at this Ace of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that this may be a bit of the differences that are going on right now between the two of you. This may be the very reason why you are having a hard time maybe understanding one another, because what this is telling me is that both of you very much want a new beginning with each other. Okay, so there is an energy here of renewal. Okay, a lot of energy of renewal. But I feel like one of the reasons why this struggle or separation has even occurred is because of the way each of you, the way that each of you approach this connection. See, I feel like one of you approaches this connection very much from a heart space energy, and one of you approaches this connection very much from the mind, okay, the mental energy. So this may be the discrepancy here. This may be the reason why you may have a hard time coming together in a way that is fully very meaningful and deep for you, because I feel like beneath it all there is a very deep connection here. You both love each other very, very much, okay? And I feel before this separation happened, there was a definite energy here that you guys were working towards something really important with this Four of Wands. I love this energy for you because this tells me that we're both on the same page. You're both on the same path. You are both moving towards something that is very unique, something that is very special. I feel that when you first met, when you first fell in love, and as you've gotten to know one another, you are both very much energetically mirroring each other, in the sense that what you truly want is the same thing. So essentially, beneath whatever struggle or problems that may have arisen, I feel like there is a camaraderie here. There is a shared goals, shared values, shared vision. I think one of the things that you both very much loved about one another is that you when you met, you finally were thinking to yourself, wow, this person gets me. You were thinking, this person gets me. And they were thinking, wow, this person gets me. And I feel like that was more than half the battle for the two of you. I feel like this is something where it's like for many, many years in each of your lives, I feel like one of the great kind of longings that both of you had was this feeling of, will I ever meet somebody who truly gets me? Okay, will I ever meet somebody who truly feels like home? And I feel like when we meet that person who we feel gets us at such a deep, deep level, that is definitely what home feels like. Okay, that's what home feels like to us. It is cozy, it is warm, it is secure. You feel at home with each other. And that comes from that feeling of being very deeply understood. And I feel like there was a deep, deep understanding between the two of you, where you felt like nobody gets you the way this person does. And that led to both of you feeling like, okay, we are definitely moving forward on the same page here. Now, if there has been, since there's definitely some energies coming through here of struggle or separation, again, I feel like the reason is because there needs to be some sort of a working through, some sort of a processing through of the way that each of you approaches challenges. Because I feel like the issue here is not love. The love is there. It is deep. It is strong. I think the issue here is, how do you express that love? How do you work through challenges or struggles or obstacles when they arise? Again, I feel like one of you is definitely more emotional than the other. Nothing wrong with that. One of you definitely comes more from more of a sensitivity. I feel like there is a very sensitive heart at play here. So one of you is very sensitive to words, to feeling like you are easily attacked. And I feel like the other one of you with this Ace of Swords energy, I feel like tends to sometimes be more rough with their words. I don't think that you mean to be or they mean to be, but I feel like the way they utilize their words can really come across as a little bit biting or a little bit more rough around the edges, even if it isn't. But I do feel that one of you is definitely an HSP, like a highly sensitive person, right? And so I feel like you or your person has to kind of work on being a little bit more softer in the way you approach things verbally. And I know that can definitely be a bit of an issue because, you know, when we're used to speaking a certain way, it's very hard to change our tone or change our way of speaking. But I feel like that's something that you guys are definitely going to have to work on. It has to do with the way that you convey your thoughts, right? You may have to convey your thoughts and your truth a bit more gently with one another. And if you can do that even a little bit, I feel like that's going to help you to work through whatever the issues are here, because I feel like a lot of the issues here may have much to do with tonality, like not just what you're saying to one another, if you're having a disagreement or if you're having, issues that have come up, communication styles. I feel like how you say something or how they say something is going to actually help the situation a lot, because it's not just speaking your truth, it's how you speak your truth. And if you can be a bit more gentle in how you do that, I think you will both come back to this feeling of home. Okay, because this warm, cozy feeling definitely can be enhanced, can be made stronger by speaking a bit more gently. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying here, definitely we need to get a bit more gentle. Okay, we need to get a bit more gentle in our words, in the way that we behave with one another, in the way that we approach disagreements. Okay, so I'm also feeling that there is a very strong past life energy that is also coming through here. So I feel like the next question I want to ask on your behalf, and I feel like this is going to open up an understanding, because I'm feeling that Spirit really needs you to understand each other at a deeper level. Okay, again, for those of you who are in some sort of struggle, some sort of separation, there needs to be some sort of a deeper understanding that needs to come through here. And I feel like some of this understanding or some of these blockages may have to do with some sort of a past life, where it's like you've known each other, you've been with each other before, but there may be some sort of a blockage that is carrying over, okay, that is carrying over from that life. So Spirit, can you please tell us, what was your relationship with your person in your past lives together? Because I know that you guys have been connected before. This is one of the reasons why you have a very deep connection now. So Spirit, can you please tell us more about the past life connection here? Wow, look at that. Huh, interesting. So I feel 2 past lives coming through here. Interesting. Can you please tell us what happened here between you and your person? In past lives, where has this connection come from? What are some of the things that we need to understand about this connection? Yeah, wow, look at that. More very interesting energy here that has some deep emotional roots. So what do we need to know to better understand our connection here with this person, Spirit? All right. So I'm getting 2 past lives here between you and your person. And I'm feeling that there were some significant issues that may have kept you apart in these past lives. So what I'm feeling here is that there's 2 lives that have come up here. One in which you were in Asia, one in which you were together during biblical times. Interesting, 2 separate lives, but I'm feeling a very strong energy here that these were the 2 lives that you had a very deep connection in, that are very much influencing what is going on right now, as in you've carried on the attributes, the feelings, the ways in which you related to one another in those lives. You're carrying some of that stuff on now. So part of the reason why you have a very, very deep connection is because you have definitely known each other before in various different lifetimes, okay? And each of these lifetimes have had very interesting different issues that you have dealt with. Now, when it comes to this life right now with this biblical times, what I'm feeling here is that you guys were definitely not able to come together in this life. I feel very, very strongly that Spirit is saying here that you loved one another in this life, but you were separated by various like political and, you know, cultural and just material aspects of that life. And what I'm feeling is that as much as you deeply loved one another, the only way that you could really communicate with one another at that time was through messages, secret messages. So I'm feeling that there was definitely a very, very deep, passionate, but very forbidden love that is coming through from that lifetime for the two of you. And it may have also been, to me, I'm feeling very strongly with this Three of Cups that in this lifetime, one or both of you were either pressured or forced by your family to marry somebody else. There were third parties involved here, but before you were pressured or kind of almost forced to marry somebody else, you were in love with one another, okay? You were deeply in love with one another. And so there's a lot of pain of unrequited love. Love that was unfinished, love that felt like you never got a chance to explore or be together. So to me, this love was a very disembodied love, as in it was love at the very soul level, but I'm also feeling that this love was never consummated in this time period. So as in, both of you wanted to have a physical relationship. You wanted to consummate your love, as in you wanted to be able to physically share your deep, intimate feelings with one another. But I'm feeling that you were not able to at that time. During these biblical times, there was no sense of privacy. There was no sense of creating a sacred space just for the two of you to be alone. So I'm getting very clear images here from Spirit of you, like, you know, it's almost like you were in a particular town together, but this town was not very big, right? And so people knew each other. So getting away with anything secret was almost impossible. It was literally about stolen glances, you know? And it was almost like, I feel like there was so much pressure to conform to society, to conform to family, to conform to what was expected of you at this time, that there was almost no sense of personal freedom. Okay, this was an era in which neither of you had personal freedom. You kind of had to go with the flow of what society or family wished of you. And so this was a time of a lot of repressed emotion, repressed sexuality, repressed desires and needs that you only wanted to have with one another, but that you were never able to actually consummate or have. And so I feel like your souls during this time really suffered a lot from that repression. And you felt very watched. Okay, you felt like you were being watched all the time. You lived in a society that did not like change, did not really promote personal freedom, did not promote a time in which you had the power to choose what you want. This was a society, a group of people that did not like things that were out of control. There was a sense of control. There was a sense of we don't like change. There's a sense of like we like the way things are, and this is how we are. We are not going to open ourselves up to changes. So this was a real problem. And I feel like the way in which you did interact with one another, and it was very dangerous, it was very secret, was through messages. Okay? Somehow you were able to convey some messages, but I feel like this was very short-lived because there was a lot of fear around this. You would have to be so careful, and you would have to destroy, any kind of, message that you could at that time. So there was something very, very strange. There's a very strange energy coming through at this time. So I'm also feeling that there was a lot of pain associated with this because, like I said, eventually you are each forced to marry somebody else. And so that lifetime also was very brief. I feel like neither of you lived that long. It was a very harsh and hard life. Neither of you lived very long. And you were forced to kind of live out that life with people that you really didn't love. And so it was a very painful life. And so I feel that for some of you, there is definitely carrying over of this energy, as in you may be in some sort of a third party situation even now. And I feel like that karma has kind of passed over or kind of has come into this life in some way, and it may be repeating itself in some way. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that this is a repeat of this karma, this experience. So now you have to find some sort of a way out of this, because this is something that you may feel is familiar again. And as I always say, a third party doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can even be any kind of other situation that is blocking this connection yet again. Okay, so for those of you who are in struggle or separation from your person, this can be some sort of a recurring pattern that you are going through that is playing itself out again. If it feels somehow familiar to you, this is the reason why. Okay, so now we also have a second life that is coming through here, which I find really interesting. And I feel that this was a life that you had possibly on the continent of Asia. But in this life, what I'm feeling is that you guys did come together. This was a life that you had where you definitely made vows of love to one another. There was a lot of love in this life, King of Cups. Okay, so the person that you were with, they really very, very deeply loved you, and you very deeply loved them as well. I'm feeling that this was a more positive life that you had. This was a lifetime in which you were able to live in a peaceful way with one another. There was a lot of love. There was stability. You both took your vows to one another very, very seriously. Okay. There was a lot of understanding. There was family. There was stability. I feel like this lifetime went very, very well for you, and you're also carrying that experience with you now. This is the sense of home that we were feeling before. So that, the cards that we got before of this energy of the two of you feeling like, you know what, we get one another. This person really gets me. And I feel like that's where this feeling comes from. I feel like it comes from this lifetime. So that sense of mutual understanding, that mutual love, that mutual sense of, boy, I feel so understood. Even if we may have different communication styles, even if sometimes, you say things that hurt me, or I say things that hurt you, deep within that, under that, in that foundational level, there's a lot of mutual understanding and love, and I feel like it is carried over from this. And this is why we're also getting the Six of Cups. To me, this is very much an energy of, we have been together in a past life. Okay, our souls have a deep nostalgia. Our souls are carrying the essence of that lifetime within us as this, deep memory that we carry within our soul. It's like a soul memory, right? It's like an imprint that our souls have carried over through lifetimes. And so this Six of Cups is a beautiful energy for the fact that that love has now come back, and you are recognizing that within each other. This is why you feel understood. This is why you feel this deep sense of companionship, this deep sense of home. Okay, it's coming back to you. This relationship is a mirror of that one, of this one that you shared here before. And this is so beautiful. So I'm loving the fact that you can see here, right, that you're carrying both of these lifetimes with you. Okay, you're carrying both of these, like you're carrying the imprint of these lifetimes with you. So now it's like it's it's a way of understanding where you came from with one another, right? And now this is going to help you see where you are going, okay? You know, what is going on now and where is it that you wish to go? So Spirit, can you please tell us what is going on in terms of this connection, and where is it going? Where does this connection go to next? What needs to be done here between these two beautiful souls? Where is this connection going next? And how are they feeling? Let's also get like, what are you guys feeling for each other at this time? Let's put it all together. Based on what you're feeling for each other at this time, where is this connection going next? What do we need to know? Where is this connection going next? How do you really feel about one another at this time? Wow, we got a lot here. Let's get one more. Interesting. Where is this connection going next? What are the mutual feelings and desires here? Interesting. Wow. All right. So what I'm feeling here is that there is definitely some issues that need to be worked out here. Okay. So I feel that there's definitely been some sort of pain. Okay. There's definitely been some sort of pain here that's happened between the two of you. But I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that it's really important for you to keep in mind the bigger picture. Okay, there's a bigger picture that is happening here. And what that is has everything to do with timing, with where you feel you are right now in the world, right? Like I know that right now you may be in some pain, because I am feeling an energy of pain coming through here that both of you are going through right now. But I feel like what Spirit really wants me to tell you, beautiful ones, is that you need to keep your eye on the prize, as in, don't let the short-term loss, the short-term pain, whatever you are going through right now, it's a passing phase. Okay, it's a phase that you're in that is necessary because you guys needed to learn certain lessons so that you can take this relationship, this connection to the next level. Okay, so there's a divine timing that is going on here. And with this World card, I feel like Spirit is definitely saying it is so important for you to look at the grand scheme of things. And this is exactly why I'm glad that we looked at your past life, right? That we looked at what have been your past lives with this person. Because as we understand that, it's going to bring you a lot of peace right now. And because what I want for you is, if you are going through a time of struggle with your person right now, even if you are in a temporary separation, I want you to have faith in Spirit, have faith in your connection. Know that you have been through these challenges with your person before. Okay, this is not new, right? You've been through this over lifetimes. You've gone through different experiences with one another in those lifetimes, and through them you have gained tremendous amount of knowledge and experience. And there is a very deep, almost unshakable connection between the two of you. So Spirit is saying, dear ones, make sure that you look at the big picture. Keep your eye on the big prize. Don't focus so much in the pain of what may be going on right now, okay? There is a really big, beautiful, divine plan here for the two of you, okay? Don't get bogged down in the temporary feelings right now that you may be going through of loss, because there is some sort of struggle that is happening here with this Four of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit is saying also, don't get too shut down. If you are experiencing some sort of pain, if you are going through an emotional loss at this time, it is okay to take time for yourself, care for yourself, come back into self-worth, right? If you feel that, you know, you're having feelings come up of not feeling good enough, know that you are good enough. There is never anything in life that should make you feel like you are not worthy. Whether it is this connection, whether it is anything else, Spirit wants you to focus in on your self-worth, your self-esteem. Build your confidence, especially if you're going through any kind of sense of loss at this time or emotional pain. It's important for you to come back to self-worth. If you need to take some time for yourself with this Four of Pentacles, if you need to be a little bit selfish, that's okay, because you need to focus on your well-being, self-care. It's okay, but don't stay in it for too long, right? We don't want to be in a selfish energy for that, you know, we don't want to hold ourselves back from love for too long, right? But if you need that time to be a bit more possessive with yourself, that's okay. Take that time. But at some point, there will come a time when it is you feel ready to put down the Ten of Wands, right? Because I do feel that for some of you, you're going to need some time because you've been feeling a lot of emotional burden. You may be feeling like there's a sense of overwhelm because of this connection, right? There's a lot of deep-seated energies that are going on here between you and your person. I'm also feeling from this card that many of you are also really feeling that you've taken on a lot of burdens in this connection, as in it may have felt for some time that you are towing the line, like it's like you are taking the responsibility for this connection more so than the other person. And that is why I feel like Spirit is saying, if that's how you feel, then it is absolutely okay to take some time for yourself. Bring back the balance into this connection. Let the other person, if you feel that they have not been doing their part, it may be prudent at this time to give yourself the space and to give your person the space so that you can see if they step up. Give them the opportunity to step up, because oftentimes I think what happens is that when we're very invested in the relationship, we love the other person so much, sometimes we do too much. We give a little too much of ourselves. We try to fill the void by putting in all of the effort ourselves, when we actually need to step back and give the other person the space, the energy, the opportunity to also meet us halfway, right? I feel like we get very enthusiastic when we deeply love somebody so much. You know, we try to pick up the pieces ourselves. We try to do all the hard work and the heavy lifting ourselves. Like, to me, the Ten of Wands is the energy of doing all the heavy lifting yourself. So I feel like Spirit is also saying, dear one, lay down the heavy lifting. You don't need to feel like you are the one who is carrying the burden of this relationship. You don't need to feel like that. It's time to lay down your burden. I've got you. Spirit is saying, we've got you. Do not worry. Do not feel burdened. Do not feel like you have the weight of the world on your back, right? Look at this. Do not feel like you have the weight of the world on your back, beautiful, precious one, because we've got you. We've got you. You don't have to do this yourself. I feel like this is what they're saying, because look, your angels are with you. Isn't this beautiful? Spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Your angels, your guide, spirit is so, so with you. You must remember that. You must hold on to that. You even got, like, to me, this card is the same as the Sun card in tarot. So this is spirit just, you know, showering you with protection, blessings, guidance, light, love, the sun's warmth, the energy of home, happiness, peace. It is all there for you. And this is what spirit wants you to know, that the love is there. Yes, the relationship is there. There is something very exciting that is coming your way. Look at this gong, an exciting event. So there is definitely, to me, I'm feeling a very beautiful resolution to this is coming. A resolution to whatever has been going on in this situation. If you feel that there has been a communication breakdown, there's communication coming through here. Page of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of loving communication that is coming forth in this connection. But it may, you know, have its time. And I feel like, again, spirit is saying there may be some sort of a timing here. But whatever this is, it really does have to do with your own self-worth, your own self-esteem, and you coming into a new phase, a higher level vibrationally. For both of you, not just one of you, that there is a magic, an intrigue. There is something beautiful that is coming through here. And it is coming through when the time is ripe. And it is going to benefit this connection. It's going to uplift this connection. It's going to take your understanding of one another and what you want from this relationship to a whole new level. And I do believe that it is also going to really elevate the level of communication here between the two of you. There's going to be a lot of beautiful communication coming through that is going to bring a lot of resolution, that's going to bring comfort, love, ease, a sense of peace restored between you and your person. And I feel that coming through very, very, very strongly here from spirit. But just know that they are absolutely with you. I think that is the main point here. And that now that you see the fact that you have this very strong, very powerful connection with your person, just have faith. Have faith, be at ease, and let go of some of these stresses and burdens that you've been holding on to. So let me know what you thought of this reading in the comments below. I love hearing your feedback. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see in the future from me, please also make sure you share it in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created to help give you more clarity in your love life as well as in, business and career, then you can always check out these. All of the links are in the box below. Guys, I love you so much. If you haven't already, please do make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. It means so much to me. I will see you all on the next video.